Thank you for watching us on this Thursday evening. A third special session is now in the books for Minnesota lawmakers.
Several pieces of legislation passed yesterday, as well as a vote to oust the state's Labor and Industry Commissioner. Our Barrett Leone joins us live in the studio tonight with a look at what happened and what's ahead. Barrett.
Well, Tom, Caitlin, the third special session wrapped up in just one day, but with the extension of governor's emergency powers, another special session could be on the horizon.
The governor called us back to extend those emergency powers.
A busy day at the Minnesota Capitol.
We were able to pass a very important bill to help fund day services for people with disabilities.
We passed legislation regarding restorative justice courts for veterans. I think that's an important step forward.
Plus, a move that came as a surprise to both House and Senate DFLers. A 34-32 Senate vote to remove Governor Walz's Department of Labor and Industry Commissioner, Nancy Lepink.
I think this was a very partisan, very uncalled for action. They did it without really any notice.
I did not see it as a partisan issue. I really saw it as a competency issue.
But there is one thing both sides of the aisle agree on 100%.
We need that bonding bill.
We need to get this bonding bill passed.
Even so, lawmakers still have yet to reach an agreement on the $1 billion plus bill. Some believing its failure is a result of the governor's continued emergency power extensions.
The governor still needs the emergency powers. The governor is not going to give that up in order to make the Republicans in the House happy.
Others.
I think the bonding bill is incredibly important, and I think it has absolutely nothing to do with the emergency powers decision.
Still, there's hope.
We always have problems with whatever bill is put forward. I think that the need to get something out there and get those jobs in the pipeline is super important.
Where there's a will, there's a way. And I believe there's a way to get this necessary bonding bill done and out the door, and it needs to get broad bipartisan support from both caucuses in both bodies, the House and the Senate.
Governor Walz could bring lawmakers back for another special session in September. It's even expected by some. Both Representative Liebling and Senator Nelson say they hope a bonding bill gets passed then. Reporting live in the studio, Barrett Leone, KTTC News.